Good morning, everybody. This is Jill with the Event Technique and Eventsburgh. And today we have two incredible women who have done an absolutely amazing thing in the last maybe 2 months, I think it's been. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
I have the folks from Sewing for Angels today's Rosie the Riveter group. And if you don't know about these folks, you need to. So pay attention. This is important. This group started maybe February, and I have the co-founders here together, Mary Beth Kratzis and Becky Auer, and I'm going to introduce them both to you. And ladies, why don't you tell me how it all started?
Well, do you want me to go first? Would you like to go first, Becky?
You go ahead, Mary Beth.
Well, it started with me as when my family members who are all in the medical field. My son works over at Shadyside. My sister is a nurse over at AGH. Her daughter is in the trauma department at AGH as a trauma nurse. Her brother-in-law is a respiratory therapist, and there's several others in the family that are medical. And when the governor said that we had to close our businesses, I have a studio here in Monroeville, MBK Photography, which is an award-winning studio, and I'm a master of photography. And I was crushed when I heard I had to close my studio, but totally understood. And I thought, wow, my family probably needs masks. And my son, so I called him and he said, Mom, we hardly have any left. I don't know what we're going to do.
Oh
Maybe
my
you
God.
can make some for us, And I'm like, I'm on it. So I called my sister Jackie and I said, we got to make masks for Chris and them. We have to do that. Well, then I read Becky Auer's post to her neighbor, which she's going to talk about. And in that post, she had told her, you should make masks for others. And I thought, make masks for others. Why not? So I knew that Joanne Fabrics was closing the next day. So Sister Jackie and I went to Greensburg and picked up as much donated fabric as we could get. We told them what we were doing. So they gave us like lots of fabric. And then we went to Monroeville and did the same thing. And then we realized we were going to go to the North Hills and we ran out of time. So we got what we could get and brought it here to the studio. And then I said, I'm going to start a Facebook page, group page. So I started this group page, and then I called Becky, and I said, Becky, we got to do this. Let's do this. And are you on board? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. I go, I read your post, and it inspired me, and that's why I'm calling you. It's because of you that I decided to do this. So, and henceforth, I started a hub here at the studio.
Oh my God.
Where we made it like an assembly line. So people would come in and they would donate all this fabric and elastic and pipe cleaners, everything you would need to make a mask. And then I had it organized so that I thought, why don't we do this? We'll get this fabric laundered. I have a woman, her name is Betha McClelland from Laundry Care. She comes almost twice a week and picks up all the fabric that needs washed, brings it back. And then I have volunteers who come in and pick up that fabric, and then they take it home with the patterns that Becky researched. And with those patterns, they go home and they cut like hundreds of masks.
Oh my gosh.
So that our sewers can sew quicker. So then the sewers would come in, have their husbands come in, pick up the packages of material that were already cut, take it home and sew. So
But
it's a learning curve.
Joe, I have to tell you, it sounds perfectly perfect, and that's exactly
Oh no, I'm sure it was bananas.
with about 1,000 other things going on. Like, we had no idea what mask to use. We had no volunteers at the time. Like, Mary Beth put up this page, and then the people in Pittsburgh are so amazing that they just started joining our group. And I finally was trying to get it together on the back end. Like, what do we need? We need people to launder. We need people to cut. We need people to sew. We need cheerleaders, the people that are non-crafty like myself,
Yeah.
to encourage people on. So Mary Beth's story is 100% accurate, but to talk about the bumps and things that to get us to where we are today is that would make a hilarious interview in and of
Really
itself.
would.
Oh my gosh. I'll bet.
We'd call
I'll
Becky.
bet.
Oh my God, Becky, I don't know what to do. then we just kept we just kept doing. And
There had to be a certain moment where you just kind of went, what am I doing here?
We did. We said we could be sitting on our couch watching Netflix and eating bonbons right now. You know that, right?
That's true. Yeah, actually, that's true.
I said,
We said it more than once, Jill, more than once.
Oh my gosh. So, Becky, what's your side of your story that brought you to this?
Yeah, no, it's exactly what Mary Beth said. I had a neighbor who lost her husband a year earlier, and when Governor Wolf did the stay-at-home order, she came over and she said, "I know you don't want me in your house, but I'm so upset. I have nothing to look forward to now. I can't leave. I can't do anything." And she was crying, and I just had to snap her out of it. And for those that may know me, I'm a good delegator, and I'm like, "Okay, Dolly, come to. Look, you can sew, you can do something." And I just wanted to give her a purpose. And I said, "Here's a mask pattern. Go home. You can make masks for people in the healthcare, the front line, the facilities, and to send her on her way." And I think I did help her there. And then I just felt bad, and I posted about it on Facebook, how I, people need a purpose, and that's just what happens. And so that's how it all came to be. Mary Beth saw the post, it flipped over. And then this Facebook group emerged, and we're so blessed to have, we started it, you were a little early, Joe. Mary Beth didn't start it till March 21st. And today,
wow.
May 11th. So what's that, 5 or 6 weeks? And we have, I just looked it up before this, we have 1,127 volunteers.
That is fantastic.
yeah.
It's amazing. Our volunteers are amazing.
And they really are. They come to my door when I say, "Oh my God, thank you for doing this. This is such a blessing. You don't understand what you're doing to make a difference." And you know what they say to me? "You gave me a purpose. You gave me a purpose."
That's
just
awesome.
like Becky's next door neighbor. And that's what everybody says. And it's like they want to do this. This is coming out of their heart, and it's great.
That's absolutely awesome. It's amazing when people get into a situation like now, which is just unprecedented, how good people can be, and how motivated they can be to help other people. And you don't see that enough, I guess, in when you're out all the time. But boy, this is just quite the story. So how many masks have you produced so far?
Becky, you can announce it.
We are, I know, I always let Mary Beth announce it, so I'll announce it this time, because it is mind-blowing. We thought maybe we'd create 100 or 200 masks, and in just, 6 weeks, our volunteers have helped create 10,400 masks for over facilities of 186 that have requested masks from us. I mean, that's how dire the need is out there, that they don't have anywhere to turn. And so it really is heartwarming to be able to provide that for them. And if Mary Beth and I were doing it, I think we'd probably have 20 done, because I don't sew, and she sews a little bit. So it's really,
I don't sew at all anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'd be a mess. It would be sad.
And they're so grateful too, which is just so heartwarming.
That is just remarkable. So how do volunteers get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of us. Well, Becky, I should let you do that one too, because you have it all organized. They can either go on our group site and become a member of Sewing for Angels. And we have a form that Becky actually put together where they can fill out if they're a sewer, if they're a donator.
Oh, good idea. Okay.
So that we know, what categories are. Yeah. And then they can simply ask questions, because the new members that come on don't know everything that we have organized to, the patterns and, how to find them and everything. But now with a website, I think that's going to help us.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. So the Facebook group is Sewing for Angels. Today's Rosie the Riveter.
Correct.
That's right. And when people join, they will be asked 3 questions, just so one of them is an email, just so we can get a hold of them if we need them. Okay. But it's super simple to join.
Oh, that's too cool. Yeah, if you make it easy, it's like they're in. That's awesome.
Absolutely. So just make sure you fill out that form, because a lot of people don't. And then we don't know what they want to do.
Yeah, that's the problem. So when someone gets on board, are you able to assign them a specific role then if they are multiple things? if they're sewers and they
Yeah,
can
if they want to. I mean, a lot of people just want to be a cheerleader and, kind of come in and see what's going on, and that's great.
Okay.
But what we are really looking for are people to donate fabric right now. We're low on fabric, and people to donate money to buy fabric and, other things that we need, like, what's the name of the place, Mary Beth, that donated the nose wires for the mask?
Oh yes, they were the Smart Local 12. They're from Pittsburgh. They are metal workers, the sheet metal rail and train workers here in Pittsburgh. They donated
wow, cool.
20,000 metal forms so that we can put the wire into the masks. Isn't that amazing?
That is awesome.
And wait, let me go one step further. They donated these 20,000, and then I have a group with what's Lou's last name? Lou. No. That's Joe Sipley.
Oh,
Joe
Lou
Sipley
Flores. Joe Sipley. I'm sorry. And Lou Flores.
Lou Flores. He's a firefighter, and he's a wonderful man and a very religious man. And he has a rosary group in the morning who had taken these metal pieces that were a little sharp on the edges, and they're sitting there while they're praying the rosary, filing down every single piece. We're talking 20,000. They're sitting there filing them down and making them so that they don't hurt anybody and they're not sharp. Isn't that awesome?
Wow. Oh, that's just wild. As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking it never even would have crossed my mind that you would have had to round the corners, which of course you would have, so you don't, poke yourself. But I mean, wow, that's just awesome. Who else, what other groups are involved?
Well, we have Commonwealth Press. They actually donated rolls of t-shirt material so that we can make the ties for the masks. There are several different types of masks. So that's very, very, very helpful. Joanne Fabrics, in the beginning, they donated a bunch of material for us. Lachina Drapery. They brought over this huge white roll of material. So that's almost gone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've been working hard with these.
It's tricky too, Jill, because if you just make a mask and both sides are the same, you don't know which side you wore up against your face. So that's why that donation from Lucina Drapery was so important, because we could make one side, or the sewers or whoever could make the one side white and the other side a pattern, right? So you know which one to put up against your face to not reinfect yourself.
Yeah, actually, that's important. So important. Now you're looking for volunteers. You're looking for what other things? Do you need?
Yeah, we need sewers. We have a lot of people, like even it was Mother's Day yesterday, and I here in the North Hills, so I have not as an elaborate hub as Mary Beth, but we have pickup and drop off locations around the city. And I happen to be in the north, but I had 2 huge tubs of fabric donated, and I just put a post up on our page like, hey, North Hills, I need all this fabric washed, because I didn't want to take it to Mary Beth, have Betha go and wash it and bring it all the way back. And like people on Mother's Day came out, all the fabric was gone, and they brought it back last night, and I told Mary Beth I must have enough mask material cut out, dropped off by people who washed and cut previous to this for another 1,000 masks. But we need people to cut fabric. We need people to donate fabric. We need people to help us wash. We need pickup and delivery people. And we just need people that are cheerleaders, or if you know somebody who would like to make a big donation, like a big fabric donation or a big monetary donation, or hook us up with a grant so we could get all the supplies we need, that would be absolutely perfect. We've partnered up. I think it's really important that about 3 weeks into it, we got approached by Pittsburgh Gateways Corporation, and they were like, hey, do you need a little help? And we're like, oh, yes, please.
Are you kidding?
Yes. And so they really have stepped up to help us put into place if there are any people who have a big donation or even the small donations, that they can get a tax write-off now for their business or themselves. So it was really awesome. We're partnered with them now, and that's where our website's hosted and everything. So anybody that would have a hookup for money or fabric or any kind of any type of donation, we can give them a tax write-off now. So it's really, really important, and we're thrilled to be partnered with them.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you give me
They're
the
amazing.
website?
It's Pittsburgh Gateways Corporation, and I'll send you the link, because then if you just type in Google Pittsburgh Gateways Corporation Sewing for Angels, it'll take you to the website, but it's not a short website. So.
Well, kudos to them, because that's really, really cool. At this point, you look at businesses and they're being just crushed, absolutely crushed with, they need money to pay their people and all these sorts of things. And it's devastating to watch. So for them to step up and get involved and, host everything and kind of take you under their wing is just awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome people.
They are amazing. They really, truly are amazing.
Awesome. Okay. So tell me what else you've got coming up. You got, other than just how do people get in touch with you and those sorts of things. Anything else special coming up on the horizon?
Yes. Becky, I'll let you talk about Shelley Hipsky, the Global Sisterhood.
Oh, yeah. So Dr. Shelley Hipsky had Inspiring Lives magazine, and she's, if anybody knows her, she loves to get glammed up.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
I was their director of photography for a while.
Right. And I was actually an honoree one year, their very first year, for Empowering Women, Inspiring Lives, Empowering Women Award. And so she I guess, saw us on social media and reached out and said, hey, I am hosting now a virtual, of course, award show for empowering women of philanthropy. And what I'd like to do is have a 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. where everybody can get glammed up in their house and take pictures and share.
That is awesome.
It's so cool. And she said, and I'll put a whole lineup of together of people that are, musical talent, type of talent. And we'll all be able to sip cocktails, get glammed up, sip cocktails, and watch this. And it's almost like a telethon. So the tickets are free. Okay. And but anybody who would make a donation, all of the donations, even though she's a nonprofit, all of the donations that night will come to Sewing for Angels to support.
Oh, awesome!
To support us. It really is interesting. And it will be so fun. It's on May 22nd.
Okay.
And you can get tickets through Eventbrite.
Okay.
And it's free. And it's free. But again, if you want to make a donation, it's going to be like a little telethon. So hopefully when somebody sees someone that they love who's singing or performing, they'll make a donation, and all those donations come to us. So it's May 22nd from like 6:30 till 9 o'clock at night. And they can get all the information on Eventbrite.
Make sure you drop it into Eventsburgh, because then we'll be able to put that out to everybody on our list as well. So that would be super, super cool. And then
kudos to her for stepping up.
Yeah, seriously. And there's going to be performers. So, like Jessica Lee will be there, Dan Berta. Who else was
they're both awesome.
Oh my gosh. There's about 20 people already, and she keeps getting more. And she's like already pre-recording her thing, so she can have all her outfit changes. She's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and has such a good heart. Such a good heart. So it should be a really, really fun event.
That's cool. That's cool. My dog's getting rowdy here. So, so tell me what else. The other thing we touched on, you are actively involved with CF. So if you want to touch a little bit on that event while we're chatting, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great. So my daughter has cystic fibrosis, unfortunately, but I have been involved with the CF Foundation since, she's 22, so for 21 years, and was vice president on the board for about 15 years. And we're having our Great Strides Walk that is coming up on, it's supposed to be next Sunday at 11. And so we're going to do a virtual CF walk this year, and I'm going to help MC it with the CF Foundation of Western Pennsylvania. So it should be great. It's unfortunate because it's really become a family event for us and many of the CF families. But look, everybody's doing the best that they can do. So thanks for allowing me to mention it. It's just
absolutely.
I feel all foundationed up here between this and that. It's like you can't raise enough money fast enough,
That's way,
both,
you know,
but-
and it just, you need to have that sort of a net, and nonprofits provide all that, which is just, you know, amazing. So it's really, really cool to see how much good is out there, you know, right now. And the news is filled with horrible stuff and all these kinds of things.
God,
there really
yes.
is just some amazing work going on. So, but I just wanted to thank both of you for coming out and, you know, chatting with me a little bit, and we'll try and do our best to make sure we can get out as much information as possible. So send me everything you have, you know, the links to all the things, put the events on Eventsburgh, and we'll post that and send that out. And anything else you want to talk to me about? You know, we'll try and get the word out for volunteers, and you know.
We just need volunteers, and the people that are volunteering. I used to work on movies and films in Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
I used to work in production. And I was a talent agent and a casting assistant for Nancy Mosser Casting. And Nancy Mosser came to Becky's house yesterday to pick up and launder and cut.
Oh my gosh.
So I have people from like Nancy Mosser Casting. I have Alex Andres, who's also, he was a lighting cameraman, and he's doing delivery for me. Shelly Robinson, who is a producer and a director here in Pittsburgh that did commercials and industrials. And it's just like all these people are coming out of the woodwork.
Oh, that's
Paula
so
Gregg,
cool.
who has directed movies. I mean, so they're all helping us do this as well. And they're all people that are pretty well known.
That's awesome. I can see a documentary in your future. That's pretty neat.
It really is. The people in Pittsburgh, I always say that people in Pittsburgh have the biggest hearts. And
Yes.
when you talk, like we can talk sometimes, I see the people on my porch through the door, and I'm always trying to take pictures because we just want them to know how much we appreciate them. There is no way that we could have just as two people done this, but it is interesting when you put a group together and they are focused on one thing, that Pittsburgh pride certainly comes through, and it shows you're Pittsburgh strong.
That is neat. That does my
Exactly.
heart.
Pittsburgh
heart
strong.
proud.
We
That's
are.
awesome. That's just awesome. So
thank you so much, Jill, for having us.
Oh yeah, thank you,
welcome.
Jill. Thank you so much for having us on. This really means a lot to us.
Oh, once I got it, I saw it, I'm like, oh, I got to do something. This is great. And I can't, you don't want me to sew. I mean, you really don't want me to sew. It's
Me
just
either.
good, like ever. No. So tell everybody one more time what the name of the group is, where they can find you on Facebook. Is there a phone number that you want to give, or is it all through Facebook?
Everything's pretty much through Facebook. It's just the easiest way for us to keep track of it. It's Sewing for Angels Facebook group. It's a private group. Today is Rosie the Riveter. They can find us there. They can go to type in Pittsburgh Gateways Corporation, Sewing for Angels, and find us, find our website on their website. So anybody that would, be interested in giving a really big grant to us to help us continue to support the healthcare workers and facilities, we would surely appreciate it.
Oh, awesome. Well, ladies,
And I'll give a shout out to my with my phone number to the people who aren't on the internet, that aren't out there.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll see this, but my phone number here at the studio, MBK, is 412-229-8749.
Okay. Cool. Because believe it or not, there are some folks that aren't on the internet.
You're right.
There just are. So, but anyway, I just wanted to thank you so much. We'll do our part to get this in front of as many people as possible. What you guys are doing is absolutely amazing. So I'm just so grateful you were here, and keep it up. Go, man. I can't wait to see you hit that 20,000 mark. It's not too far away.
Us too. And by then, what? You'll ask us, do you have 20,000 made? Guess how many more we need?
More. So.
They come in every day. So we're going to try and keep it up as long as we can.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, you guys take care. I will definitely follow along, and we'll post some updates and things. And so take care of yourselves. Okay. And keep doing
air hugs.
Yeah. And thank you so much for what you're doing. It is just awesome, awesome work. So you guys have a great day, and we'll catch up soon. Okay.
Sounds great.
You.
All right.
Thank you, Jill.
everybody. You guys have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.